History will record with the greatest astonishment that those who had the most to lose did the least to prevent its happening. Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the Founding Fathers.
Ronald Reagan's A Time for Choosing speech in 1964 seems pertinent today as a reminder of what we stand to lose by devaluing the principle of freedom of speech. Nothing lasts forever, and so it is in America today, where the pre-liberal idea of settling disagreements with a system of coerced thought has made a comeback. At the New York Times, its staff forced the resignation of the paper's editorial page editor following publication of an op-ed from Senator Tom Cotton titled, "Send in the Troops."
I thought op-ed pages were supposed to be about sparking debate, not stifling it.
For James Bennett to be forced out as editorial page editor is not only a surrender by the New York Times to the staff revolt, but it was a betrayal of the very things that Bennett and the publisher, A.G. Sulzberger, had eloquently argued for when they initially defended the Tom Cotton op-ed, which is the willingness to publish views that go against the paper's liberal philosophy.
Nor is this an isolated event. A similar incident occurred at the Philadelphia Inquirer, which published a piece titled "Buildings Matter Too," about the damage done to the city's architecture as a result of violence there. Staff members took offense, protested, and within a week, the editor was out. Getting fired for a headline that says, "Buildings Matter Too," sounds like a scene from George Orwell's Animal Farm. The issue here is not about the assertion that racism is endemic in the United States. The issue is the willingness by many to displace the U.S.'s system of free argument with a system of enforced opinion and censorship. Right now, we're at the stage where writers and media personalities participate in the enforcement effort.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Before the end of the Cold War, thought coercion was enforced by the East German Stasi, eloquently brought to life in the movie The Lives of Others, about the surveillance of non-conforming writers. Today, instead of the Stasi, we have social media platforms keeping track of dissidents. Some will say it is preposterous to liken this to the Communist Party. But social media is a party-like phenomenon of ideological and psychological reinforcement, with its constant reminder memes such as "silence is violence." The ingeniousness of this strategy of suppression and shaming is that it sidesteps the Supreme Court's long history of defending unpopular speech. If people have shut themselves up, there is no speech, and so there's no problem. But there is a problem with diminishing the freedom to speak.
As someone who spent many years making speeches, I've quoted many definitions of freedom, some very moving and eloquent. But I've always liked George Orwell's blunt and unadorned statement. He said, "Freedom is the right to say no."